Is everyone happy after some technical difficulties?
Speaking of technical difficulties, the controller's not working again. So, welcome to Metal Gear Mondays, everybody. We're going right back into it. I think we're coming back down off the mountain so we can get into the lab for Ninny Gorky, right?
You know it's good when you're losing it on your own intro.
Yeah. What was that man doing? He stuck his hand all the way up there, up to the elbow.
Oh my god.
Howdy.
Yeah, howdy. Yeah.
Hey, Bionic Babe, how are you doing?
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone who's about to watch some very special forces.
It's Tom Bombadil.
Very special forces in Vietnam of Russia.
Yep. In the Afghanistan, Vietnam of Russia. Don't forget, we're in the example. It's like Disney World. We're in the Afghanistan exhibit.
We're in the Brezhnev part of It's a Sad World. I mean, small world. The ride has it's a sad world back to work. It's a sad world back to work.
Oh, they're
not as all right. So, are they all hungry?
They're
are they just
all
gonna stand
hungry.
out? I hunger. Well, why don't you feed them some bullet?
There we go.
Just come down the hill to where you're like touching him with the suppressor. Oh, he's like, I haven't eaten in so long. You blew that up like a minute ago, and he's like, oh god, the Pop-Tarts.
It's kind of sad, actually. If I'm completely honest. Oh, did all my food spoil again? Probably.
Don't worry, just eat it anyways.
Oh yeah, so that's all spoiled.
Don't worry about it. He just needs to eat it anyways. How do you know it's spoiled until you eat it?
Well, that is perfectly fine, actually.
Sometimes bread has danger spots.
The spots, they're what give it flavor. No, we can do this. We can do this. This is going to go really, really well.
Oh, I see. I see what you're going to do. You're going to level the rotten food out and just let the Russians have it. And then
I'm just going to let nature take its course is what I'm going to do.
Right. You're just going to bait this trap. Here we go.
Yeah.
ODST Bag 337 says, if the BPL has Fireteam Whiskey, does that mean the Ox has Fireteam Jungle Juice?
You guys, you ever see the Jungle Juice at the airport and just wonder what if?
Yeah, where you have to pour all your beverages out in that sack at the airport? Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I hit that man in the head instead of going, what was that? Who gave this to me?
Yeah, the airport. At the airport, you have to pour all your juice out because the airlines want you to pay $8 for Schweppes. So there's this giant bag that contains all the liquids, and people are like, ah, yes, the forbidden airport juice. Oh man, this is Afghanistan discus, I guess. You gotta. There you go. Look at that. What if he finds
That poor
himself
guy,
another delicious?
he's over there just shitting his fucking pants.
That's horrible. You know, you should take those off before you do that.
Yeah.
You learn that trick in adulthood.
Here, buddy, I'll help.
He's like, I haven't eaten in so long. That's what he's saying. Over and over again. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten in so long. As he's shitting horribly.
Look at how tiny that can is in his hand.
Well, yeah, it's full of flies. What if you punctured that can and just flies came out?
Hey, you know, I would have given them credit if instead of the flies to show that it is spoiled, they just made the can like circular. Like it's...
No, it looks like a baseball.
Yeah.
It looks like a baseball, and when you puncture it, there's a hiss, and then you hear a nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you should eat that food. Oh hell yeah, that went so well for that guy. Don't stand up yet.
Uh-oh. It's time for him to make boom boom.
God, it is so fucking gross when you say that.
He's got to make the boom boom. He's got to make Brown Betty. Brown trout, come out. Oh, that's medieval. Excellent. What did he have? Smoke. Man, you should feed more of these people. I think they could use some. I think they could use some more rations.
Yeah. Yeah. Rotten fruit. Nothing smells quite so sweet as rotten food. Oh, no, 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 don't you dare come over here.
No. Oh, yeah. Go get that. There you go.
Go for it, buddy. It's all yours.
Come on.
Yeah, you did. I wonder if that other guy's woken up yet.
Probably not. He's probably shit so hard he died.
Yeah.
It'll be like, Ivan Ivanovich has died to shit pant. Oh, he started chasing you and then had crippling diarrhea.
Yeah.
Holy shit. The other guy wasn't fucking around, though. That's right. That'll show you for pooping. Bird, don't eat that. That's poop meat. You don't want it. Bird. Aw.
Oh. Well, the circle of life must be completed.
Oh, God. Do you think that arrow is still harming Snake's ability to perceive things like reality?
Good question.
Like, do you think Snake's having object permanence issues is what I'm saying?
I would, I would think so. How can you not, given everything that, has occurred?
I think that
And they're really worried about...
They're just shooting into that tunnel. It's pretty rough.
Yeah. The alert hasn't gone down at all. Which I find interesting.
Alright, let's see. What do we got? We're gonna crawl around here. And we're gonna shoot people, huh?
Oh, they found me already?
Seems nice. Light people up.
Yeah. Oh, grenades? Fucking A. Hell yeah. Oh, by the way,
I like how you just came down just next to that guy, and he's like, hey, what? I love how he pulled out a... Yeah, I loved how he pulled out a glinting knife to stab you with.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Man, I would have figured playing in slow motion would have improved my ability to dodge RPGs.
Are you
HQ,
silly?
please help! He's making us poop our pants.
HQ, please help us. He makes fun of us going doo-doo because we can't help eating garbage we find on the ground. HQ, help us. We have doo-doo fever. He's like, I made him crap their pants. This is tactically great.
You
I
know,
call it the... I call it the Cleveland Steamer Defense. Operation Hot Brown is a go.
having been in the military, I positively believe that at some point one of them's like, HQ, please respond. HQ, my pants are full. Can you send another?
All right, so I love how you just have the arrow hanging out of your brain.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't worry
Yeah,
about that. It's a good thing it's behind the left eye, the one I don't use.
listen, we're just gonna call him Snack now, and we're gonna assume that whatever he says in the cutscenes is what he thinks he's saying.
Oh, it's 100%.
I don't think that what's in the cutscenes is
It's
what he's
accurate.
saying.
I like.
No,
No, my favorite part is that he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not a killer. I just, choke all these men to death." He has a body count hundreds of names long.
he's like, I'm not a killer. I just go around and choke them to death one at a time and watch the light go out.
Let their comrades find their broken, useless body.
Eva, I need more sugar-free gummy bears. He's not Big Boss, he's Huge Honcho.
Huge honcho. My name is Huge Harold, and this is Huge Harold's used cars. I don't fit in any of them, so I'm selling them to you at a discount.
And then Huge Harold, like, tries to get in the car, and he's like, see, it don't fit, and the alarm just starts going off. And he's like, I'm morbidly obese, I'm Huge Harold.
Hurry up and get down here before I have a heart attack.
Yeah. And then it's just like Huge Harold's memorial cell, and they're like, God damn, that's a good price on a Buick.
It's what he would have wanted.
It's what he would have wanted. Remember Huge Harold. All right, so we're just gonna shoot people.
Yeah, I'm tired of fucking with them.
I think it would be great if, I mean, I can't wait till MGS5 where we can just customize.
Speaking of MGS5, somebody is working on a massive real firearms mod that replaces every firearm in the game with its actual equivalent.
Oh, wow.
I saw the preview on it today. It looks beautiful.
That means we have to use it.
Yep.
That and Cat Banana.
Cat Banana. Yeah, we're gonna have just awful songs for the helicopter to play.
Well, here's the thing: is I'll gladly watch 5. I'll play 5 if you want, but I'll gladly watch 5. But I want some say in the helicopter music mix. That's just my thing.
That's
now,
your
I'm
price.
gonna tell you that is my price. Now here is my statement though. If you make me play Metal Gear Solid 5, I will accomplish zero, because I will spend all of my time dicking with the guards and getting them to break their brains. Like, my favorite is chasing people with a box. I will run as fast as I can and then red light, green light with the guards. So every time they turn around, the box is like 30 feet closer. And they hear like heavy breathing in the box. So it's hysterical to me that this cardboard box has legs kick out of it, break into a dead sprint, and chase someone down. And as soon as they turn around, it freezes still. And then you just hear inside the box.
While
and
you're
the AI is
sitting
like,
there.
yeah, and the AI is like, huh, that's new.
Oh, it's him.
I have no idea what inspired Cat Banana other than the Cat Banana photograph, Cat No Like Banana, which was a meme. But no, if I had to play it, I would just walk around and it would just be like one of my favorite things is that stupid deployable airbag snake that pops up.
Yeah, it's the
Or you hit
decoy.
you hit the decoy and it just goes poof and then it just like mumbles and like the enemy just goes, wow, this is really him. But they start acting weird around it. So what I'll do is I'll get as many of them as I can, and I just put them all up on one side of the village, and then I'll come out from behind them and shoot 2 or 3 guys, and then run off, and just watch as they shoot and stab dummies for 30 minutes, and then I blow them up with dynamite or something.
Jesus Christ.
It's great. I love defaulting people who aren't important. Like there's this just guy like manning a checkpoint, and I'm like, you go to space now.
You be me, Soviet soldier stuck in Afghanistan. The balloon guy out there, no, he's a decoy. You can't get me that way. Suddenly Fultoned anyway.
Yeah, my other favorite was
Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Ah, fuck. I think I have to work my way back up.
Chasing people with a box was fantastic. The other thing was just randomly punching people in the face, like in your own base. They were like, "Thank you, boss," as you just beat the piss out of them.
Yes.
Like you do serious damage, like finishing moves. Like you grab their head and beat it against a metal container, and then they just stand up and salute, and they're like, "Thank you, boss." I mean, like in reality, they'd like stand up and salute and be like, "Bubble gum," you know what I mean? Like, because there would just be no connective tissue anymore. It'd just be random word and dead.
You can either do 10 minutes cleaning up Chernobyl or it's 2 years of dealing with cardboard box man in Afghanistan.
I'll take Chernobyl. I could not deal with 2 years of cardboard box man.
Yep.
I could not do 2 years of cardboard box man haunting me and like kidnapping my friends with balloons. Like that would be too much. I'd rather take angry rock on ground that kill me, maybe, versus balloon man. I mean, no. I think everyone's like, yeah, ODS teabag, liquidator's medal for me, please. Pretty much.
No crab battles yet. We're past the crab battle section. I mentioned it, but I did not get into a crab battle.
Ogawa says, volunteer nuclear diver to shut off valves for me, please.
Jesus.
Just people are like, I see. These are the options. Yes. I will not fight cardboard box man. I would rather start a shotgun. No, thank you.
I mean, it's got limits.
I could not fight cardboard box man, Acme cartoon villain for 2 years because that's when I realized I do. Is I just play an Acme cartoon villain. I have completely ruined. I have ruined the narrative of Red Dead Redemption 2 Revolver Boogaloo shoot guy shoot man face game. I have ruined the narrative of that game with how I play it because there's all this very serious dialogue, right? And then there's what I do.
God damn it.
There's like my play of the main character is so far I ride up into town crazy and deranged, looking muddy and stinky, with a giant wild heron beard. I go into the store and I sell a bunch of people's possessions and stuff, and then I buy pomade for my hair. That's the only nice thing I buy is pomade for my hair. And on occasion, because I somehow lose them through my various misadventures, new shoes. So I am often shoeless, riding into town with torn pants and just looking filthy. And I get off my horse, and some guy will like, "Hey, you're that guy." And so I start chasing him down on foot, just barefoot in this town. And then I just start stabbing people. Now, this is not a Wild West movie anymore because they have all this heavy dialogue, and then there's the guy who uses dynamite and what I like to call the brass goblin technique, which is not something that you see in the Wild West. But
No, not historically accurate.
Not historically accurate. But do you think? Okay, chat. Should I tell them about the brass goblin technique of Wild West etude by Mr. Tex, aka
That guy just ate
yeah.
my food. It's a legitimate tactic. Is you blow up their food and then you feed them rotten food.
All right. So there's a variety of tactics, but the dynamite fishing tactic is you put your mask on and you just stand at the edge of town and you wait till a bunch of people congregate in one of the stupid NPC events. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna have a fair," whatever, and you throw the stick of dynamite. All right, now a stick of dynamite's about a half pound of dynamite. That's like 1 megajoule. That's a lot of force. You chuck that into that group of those people, and it blows them all over the street. And then you run out, crunched over, so few people see you. You scurry out and just start looting through the remains as quick as possible, and then run off.
Yeah, and within 10 minutes, you are in the shop in that town selling the guy his brother's watch with his brother's name still written in it.
And shouting, just shouting. I came into this watch the other day. So that's my the other thing I did was what I like to call
presumably you loot the remains with a sieve.
Yeah. Pretty much. I need a rake. The other thing I like to do is I sneak up on people who are sleeping and I scream in their face. I will scream in their face, "This is a robbery." And then I will make no moves as they pull their gun and scream and freak out for like 10 seconds, and then I shoot them. I want them to be awake.
Oh, he's throwing up in his gas mask. That's rough. I've done that.
And then I was trying to come up with a name, for myself. And I was like, "Oh, I'm Close Casket Collins." That's my excellent. That's what that guy gets. HQ, please respond. The flamethrower guy blew up again.
I think he's back, HQ. Flamethrower Steve blew up.
The booksman is back. Send help. But no, like I would do that and then come back into town 10 minutes later and then be like, "Why is everyone so upset?" Then the other thing I do is like I took out my my knife, and in the middle of a gunfight where everyone was leaning out, shooting a shot, getting back into cover, leaning out, shooting a shot, getting out into cover, I found if you scream, "I'm a cowboy," while running forward and zigzagging as quickly as possible, the AI can't really hurt you. So if you run forward and use things in technology from the future, like circle strafing,
Yeah.
they don't know what to do. So you just run around like a lunatic, holding down sprint the whole time, just drinking vial after vial of like cough medicine and tincture, and then you become this impervious creature that runs around and just stabs people. And so I've become this horrible creature of the West, where he has all these big folksy statements about the West and honor and blah and the code and d. And then, like, in the middle of a firefight, there's a guy in the middle of the street who's holding himself going, "Oh, I'm hurt, help me." And I run out in the middle of the street with my knife to stab him 10 or 15 times and then run back to cover. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be that guy.
Yeah, it's food. You found some food, buddy. Eat that food. The rotten fish that just hit your leg.
Don't worry about it. I've also learned that if you like 12 gauge people's horses in the face, they get really mad. Also, I've lost 8 horses in 2 hours of gameplay. Is everyone just shitting?
Yes!
Oh,
Except for this single flamethrower man.
Doubled Halo points out that's 4 horses an hour. So I guess that's the consumption rate of a horse. It's not miles to the gallon, it's horses an hour.
Yep. That guy just fucking died.
Wow. He died from shitting.
No, he didn't die.
Oh. Well, he can.
Now he's dead.
Excellent. Well, what happened was the first time I had a horse, they're like, pick out a horse, and they made you learn how to pick out a horse and all that stuff, and
yeah.
It was supposed to, yeah. So I get that horse, and then I'm like, wow, I have a horse, and every time it gets scared, I'm hitting the button to make it not scared, you know? And my horse is scared all the fucking time because I'm shooting a gun every 3 seconds, right?
Yes, because it's not deaf yet somehow.
Yeah, so I get attached, and I name my horse Hans because I get to name my horse, and I'm like, I name you Hans. You're Hans the horse. And so I'm stomping around on Hans, and then like I go kill this guy, and I kidnap another guy, and I'm like, I'm gonna take this guy back to camp, and I'm gonna go, I'll whistle for my Hans, and I whistled, and the horse came tumbling down the cliff and then cried, like put me out of my misery, and I'm like, what is this game?
You can use the giant ass machine guns. I use them to machine gun a lot of helicopters. Hans the horse. Oh god, this isn't. Yes. Fuck me. I forgot this was in here.
Then there was the horse that I...
Cosmonaut.
Don't worry about it. It's a cosmonaut.
How could that ever be threatening?
It's... Well, I'm just saying that, like, a cosmonaut would be the least likely person to fight you. He'd be like, yeah, I mean, we have our differences, but space is pretty great. And then you'd be like, oh, Kojima took the least likely violent person, astronauts and scientists, and weaponize them pointlessly for a character that's disposable. Yes. This is the highlight of Kojima's writing, is what I'm saying.
I don't have the flame camo, so I'm going to have to use sneaking suit. Except I don't have that yet either, do I? Fuck me.
Now, here's the thing that I think is funny, is I would love to redub him. I would love to redub him to where all you can hear is muffled Russian.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
As he's doing his, like, villain speech.
Yeah, and you have no idea what the fuck he's saying. The whole time.
Meet the pyro. Yes, 100%. Oh, those poor bats. I wonder if he'll eat my rotten food.
I wonder.
Maybe he's one of those cosmonauts that got passed over for spaceflight. And now he's angry because he missed his chance.
He missed his chance to get out of the Soviet Union.
I mean, this man is the only person who's been to space and saw the entire Earth within his view and was not like, wow, every problem we have is insignificant. He did that and he's like, I'm still fucking pissed. I don't want a solution. I want to be angry.
Yeah, like, I don't get that. Like, I thought he was a nice guy. Like, what's his deal?
Oh, the Cosmonaut Tower audio is nice, though. Does he have to get clearance, like, even inside this building?
I guess. I mean, it is an aircraft. It's Soviet bureaucracy. He has to get clearance. He'll get in trouble.
Master Blasting says this man woke up and chose violence. Yes.
Yeah, it's an FAA violation if he doesn't call in when he takes off, you know.
What is this? Red Alert 2? Pretty much.
Yeah. Rubber boots in motion. Yeah, I mean, the Fury is pretty much your average Space Station 13 character 45 minutes into a round.
Yep. Yeah, there we go. That's what a sane man looks like. Look at that. Black face and wearing a gimp suit that's got little CCP written on the shoulders.
Dude, you're very sneaky. That is the sneakiest thing, especially the arrows, the
Yeah,
stealth
the
arrows that
the
you've.
stealth arrows. They're antenna. It's passive sensors. Don't worry about
That's
it.
Kojima tells you that if you daub your face in coal dust and you cover yourself with like a rubber suit, like a still suit replica from Dune for no reason, you know, you'll just it'll be all right. So I guess we're just gonna stand here and keep shooting as he plays flamethrower games.
Fuck games is all this man knows.
Otacon, he's using a flamethrower indoors. Is he an idiot? Is he just gonna walk around?
Yeah,
he's gonna have himself a minute.
I'll use, you know, my night vision or my thermals here, but you can't see fucking shit.
Yeah, this is, yeah. I mean, he's just... Don't worry about the darts. Well, they're not darts. They're bolts from a crossbow, technically. So they're not arrows, either.
Nope. Now, yeah. Did you know that if you are if you're shooting your flamethrower, you're impervious to 5.56?
Yes, the flames melt the bullets, which become harmless gas instantly, as you all well know. It will melt. That's how that works.
Always and forever.
Always and forever. Ballistics are important. People are laughing at, by the way, our ballistics grumbles in the latest Sniper Elite. Oh, look at him there. Look at him there with his big, stupid bubble helmet. Oh, he got you back.
He did. He did. And now I need to run.
You need to eat some beans.
I do need something. Something.
You need some beans, dude. You need to sit down and eat some beans.
There's probably beans in the Russian rations, but I'm gonna eat the bird that ate the soldier.
Yeah, well, that's like refried beans. That's like another layer of beans.
100%. Yeah.
It's pre-chewed beans.
Oh, sorry, I just skipped the rubbing ointment on my wound cutscene. You'll have to forgive me. Oh, you son of a bitch!
He's pretty quick for a rocket guy.
For a man in a rubber suit.
Well, you know, I mean, you gotta have a gasket to keep space out. You gotta have a space gasket.
All I know is that Lance Armstrong wasn't nearly that fast. I can't see shit.
He seems to have set you on fire repeatedly. And you appear to be having some negative health impacts. You need to take some snake morphine.
Some snake fiend?
So yeah, Snake needs to take some snafine.
Do I have any life med left, or did I use it all?
Are you going to try to fake your death with this guy?
Yes, I'm that desperate.
All right. That sounds fine.
Nope, I'm completely out of life med, so this is all we can do.
All right, well, he's walking around. Uh-oh. He's very upset at the bats.
Yeah, he is. I mean, wouldn't you be, though?
No, I'd let it go.
You'd let it go? I don't know that
I'd let it go. I'd just say, you know what, bats, you and me, we both fly kind of shit, but we're both creatures of weird, so we're just gonna let it hang. Oh, it seems like he found you. You should...
Oh, I think it just let me die. Anyway.
Hey, that's a really effective fake death pill. It killed you.
Yeah, it did. I'm trying to remember. I think the sneaking suit...
Colonel, I quit. This guy flames too hard.
This guy is a bitch. He's legitimately just absolutely fucking awful. And I don't know why they even give you the RPG 7, because it doesn't work against bosses. It takes off the tiniest sliver of their health. Because Kojima's like, oh, that's gonna be cheating using the rocket launcher.
Well, it's like, yeah, he wants his characters to deliver the 800 pages of dialogue that he's written.
Yeah, and they can't do that if you blow them up in the first opening act.
Yeah, it diminishes his magnum opus. By the way, redeemed a water break and a posture check.
Oh, water break and a posture check.
I am sitting.
Okay.
Those Russian rations can be exciting.
Yeah, well, you can force feed him enough of them that he just accepts them after a while. He's like, it's okay. Which is maybe the most realistic aspect of this game.
What if you just wore the mask of Raiden and, you know, and then you just said, like, no, I'm Raiden. I work here. You could also try to pin this on the Swedes.
It's not me, it's Markiplier, or the other one.
Some other guy. The other one. I know who's hip. It's not me, Markiplier. It's the other one from Sweden.
Yeah, the one for whom it would be funny to have a Jewish cultural studies named after.
Agreed. Here we go.
Nah.
All right, so let's just walk around.
Yeah, quit fueling around. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What if you shot him once and he said, "This is hydrazine," and you both died?
What are you doing? This is hydrazine.
No, he just says very flat. Yeah, he just says, "This is hydrazine," and then it shows this place from, like, orbit, and you just see, like, a little flash. That's a very effective tactic, Snake.
I can actually hide from him that way.
Can you?
Oh, you motherfucker. Yes, I can. Is that him? That's him.
Yeah. It's not like some old lady.
My suit! You put a hole in my suit! Dude, that rat, that poor fucking rat, is gonna get burned to death by
Could you think of
Psycho Soviet over here?
Psycho Soviet.
Be a hell of a name for like a rockabilly band.
Well, they had a guy. What was it in the NES games? And he was like, "I'm Run Man. I'm fast. I was a runner, but then someone died, and so now I run around." And you had to like throw bombs down, and he had to run over them, and it blew his feet off or something. I mean, like, that's Kojima.
Yeah. Okay, now fucking run. Fucking run. He's pissed.
Dude, he's very upset.
Upsetty spaghetti.
He loves fire. Did you know that?
He does seem rather fond of it, yes.
Why didn't this guy fight you in the jungle? It would have been terrifying.
It could have been a statement on American policy in Vietnam. I mean, it would have worked really well. Oh, God.
Yeah, he could have had that as a character.
Did he just fire me off the fucking ledge?
You're fired! Get down! You've been fired.
The Fury's real name is Jebediah Kerman. Step on the flash.
He pulled a RoboCop.
He did. That
he
motherfucker.
Got pyro air blasted, and that's pretty rough. So here's my take on it. Is, okay, this guy should have fought you in the jungle. The guy who was sneaky and creepy, you know, that guy.
Sneaky and creepy.
That guy, maybe. Yeah, sneaky, creepy snack man with the frog limbs and whatever. The guy who jumped around. Like,
yeah.
That was his thing. Like, maybe have him fight you down here where you could, like, be really creepy in the dark.
It's a stealth fight. Like, anybody who gets seen gets shot by the guards. Right?
Yeah.
So you've got to out-stealth each other.
Like, something like that would make a lot more sense than let's have a guy with a rocket pack fight you indoors. I've never heard of indoor rocket pack being a successful doctrine.
Indoor flamethrower is also, you know, kind of an iffy thing.
Yeah, see, flamethrowers tend to suck. They tend to suck the air out of wherever they're in, and
also, I'm not
use it.
certain that cosmonaut suits would be all that effective anti-fire protection. I recall there being a lot of synthetics.
I remember being a lot of burned cosmonauts, so I'm gonna say that he would light this thing off, and then he'd go off like a candle.
Yeah, the Apollo 1 fire, I mean, there's a lot of evidence. God, just get up the fucking ledge, Snake. Jesus,
he can't.
fuck.
He's on fire. Deppy's on fire. It's hard for him to get up. It's hard to climb.
He's
when
right
you're on
behind you.
fire.
Yeah, it's those glowing mushrooms. They recharge my batteries if I eat them. So that's what those are about. Because somebody in the chat asked.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, how else would you recharge your batteries?
Okay, so he's down.
Right, so you both have the same amount of health.
Yeah. Although I've hurt him a lot more than he's hurt me.
You have the same amount of health.
And he's running away from me. Fuck you, asshole. How dare he run down the corridor and block my fucking shots.
I mean, I could come up with a Kojima villain that would make more sense than the Fury. Okay, I got one. There's a guy with a giant bubble helmet, except in the front of the bubble helmet is a megaphone, and the guy's mouth is behind it. And all he does is run around and yell, and they call him Yell Horn Face. There, Kojima villain. He fights you in a swimming pool, and he's standing on a little boat in the swimming pool, and he uses nunchucks. There, Yelling Face. And he's like CIA and MI6 and former OSS somehow, right? And,
yeah.
And he's 120 years old and has nanomachines. Yelling Face. Yelling Face Horn Man. There, done. Character. Oh, the Loud. There you go.
The Loud. God, where the fuck is this guy? Like, is he just hovering above me?
Did you know he can fly?
Yes.
Did you know he can fly?
I am aware.
Pack. He has a rocket pack. He can fly.
No, Jesus, I did not want to turn around. Why did you do that? Oh, God damn it.
You got hosed.
The controls on this are so fucking retarded. It is
Don't
just
worry about
awful.
it. I wouldn't worry about it. I just turn around and shoot him. I didn't know that that was how those things flew.
Yeah, neither did I.
I did not know that. He does not look graceful.
No, he does not. Get up, get up.
So he's
just
flying. He's just flying above you, doing flying around stuff. I suppose. Just yeah. I love how you have to use this gun in slow-mo like a battleship turret. just start shooting it and then turning it.
I somehow caught him in the secondary explosion from hitting those barrels.
This is the end of the Cobras.
Don't be dramatic about it. We could have talked this out.
I'm off. Join the sun.
What's he got in that suit? Pure oxygen?
Don't worry about it. Now, here's the question. The real question.
Yeah. How's that man still alive?
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
The flames of fury.
that looks really
what was-
painful. Like,
So what was his thing in this unit? What was his job
Buzz
like in
Lightyear,
World War
can I
II?
get an autograph?
What was his job? What was his job in like
Mission control.
World War II? Right? Like, what was his job in World War II? He couldn't have been a crazy spaceman. Like, what was his job in World War II?
He's the Cobra that they paperclip.
From what?
This is when Victor Von Braun came out of the spotlight after everybody was like, oh yeah, he's totally a Nazi. This is what he did.
I'm gonna say this. I've done more in my Kerbal Space program, and I didn't get a flamethrower, so I think that's bullshit.
Oh, and now
I've flown...
he's a burning skeleton.
Well, dude, you know, I mean, that's...
Oh wow, that was crunchy. That's not supposed to look like that.
It looked like the CGI faces from RoboCop 2.
This is ground control to Major Tom. They only make that reference like 8 times in this video game. Yep, the Fury. That was furious. Now he's Nicolas Cage.
Yeah,
we went from Red Alert to Doom 3. Yes.
Yeah, it feels weird. The Furious. The Angry. What if there was a guy named the Pugilist, and all he did was just box people?
The Pugilist...
Yeah.
The Pugilist would be awesome.
Like, he drives up, and he's got, like, you know, some crazy headdress and, like, shoes that make no sense, and he's riding a tank you've never seen before. And you're like, oh, wow, are you going to fight me in that tank? And he goes, no, and he takes all that off and just starts punching you.
If I were ever, like, a supervillain in real life, and couldn't, you know, wasn't rich enough to pull off the, Skull Mountain evil scientist thing, I would be the Pugilist. I would have a mustache so big it obscured my face, and I would just beat the shit out of people like a bare knuckle boxer.
Agreed. That's how it should be.
The Pugilist is robbing the bank, and you just see like 8 or 9 secretaries just in crumpled heaps.
Yeah, exactly. Pugilist.
Like that guy on YouTube who says he's a boxer, and he's like, I am 300-0, all victories. And he literally just runs up to people in the street and waylays them. And records it like, you are recording your crimes.
Well, I mean, think about it. What else is he gonna do? What if that What a Thrill song started? Every time you climbed a ladder.
Every ladder sequence.
Wouldn't there be smoke coming out of this?
There should. I mean, if it's like that cold. Of it.
No, I mean just smoke from the explosion and everything. You know, because smoke go up.
From the gallons and gallons of liquid rocket fuel that just ignited in the sewers? Yes. Ah, yes. Boxes. Snake's greatest threat. Now this is a fun little playground.
Oh, dude. They've got the crazy object tanks, the nuclear tanks. They got all sorts of fun stuff that's from way after this date that shouldn't be there. Ooh. And it's everywhere.
Yeah. We have Shadow Moses Island at home. That ain't snow, it's the Fury's ashes.
Oof.
What if it climbed backwards when you climbed down?
Oh, that would be great. Like behind your back. Like you climb behind your back.
Oh, yes. No, with my luck, absolutely. But that would be a very supervillain way to go, right? Like, drats. The mustache is my end. Right?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think, what if one of the options for what you could get was just a unicycle? Just to ride around on. And it was effort. Like you had to constantly mash 2 buttons to stay with your feet moving, going back and forth, just sitting still. And you could actually get around the base really quick. Like, what if that was one of your options? So we're just going to wear this camouflage designed for this base, I guess, that you have in your fanny pack of accessories.
Yes. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, sir, I've worn an M1956 butt pack, and you can barely fit 2 cans of beans in there, let alone 8 uniform changes, and that's not important now.
But think of those beans you could have had.
Think of the beans that could have been. boots. The ankles of an unsuspecting soldier.
You know what you should do? You should reach out and just saw through them with a hacksaw. That would be a new MO. You'd be like, I'm the hacksaw leg remover of this base. And they're like, that seems a lot excessive. Why would you not just shoot people? And you're like, because I'm a sociopath and I was told to have fun.
Okay, how did he alert anyone?
They found like 20, 30 cartridges for a relatively new prototype weapon just laying around in a pile. And they're like, I wonder what happened.
Yeah, and a man with keyholes in him.
Yeah, they're like, it looks like a child manned this barrel. Okay. It seems like they know you're here, Deb.
They do. And I'm going to kill them until they decide they don't know where I am.
Alright, that's a good idea. I mean, all you have to do is shoot their feetsies off.
Yep, it's feetsies, the natural enemy of the riot shield guard.
Yeah, they don't protect the feetsies like they should.
No. There is a way to not do that, but it is really fucking hard to walk. You done yet? You done yet? No? They're not done yet. Sneak team. I'm such a good sneaker. Look at this. They've forgotten where I am already.
Oh, I mean, I think that they would naturally say that that is probably, you know, the cacophonous sound of roaring gunfire emitting from under this temporary building or Connex box on pegs is probably not worth my time.
Yeah, look at that. They've already forgotten.
I think that the forget pills you've been putting into their legs have probably had something to do with that.
And a little bit of lead, really, really bad on the memory. People don't realize it, but
lead poisoning, feet lead poisoning is bad for a long-term memory. And I think it's about, it's, Snake still has an owie, it looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know from what.
He got a cut. We'll go ahead and put the cigar in there.
Oh, yeah. And then
just bandage over the ash, and that'll take care of it.
There you go. Treat and treat it, as they say. All right, so let's just move on.
Lead poisoning? It's a lead filling.
There you go. It would be probably the most loudest thing you would never want to be under.
It just healed.
Terrible.
Yeah, like this. I wouldn't be able to hear anything.
No, I think that everyone would be fairly deaf near it. But yeah, they're just running around now. And they're like, nope.
The amount of bodies on the ground over here was making the FPS chug more than normal.
No, don't. I wouldn't be concerned. I think that the number of bodies we have is just going to make the Sorrow fight all the more interesting.
Yes.
We're going to turn this into fucking Space Invaders, essentially.
Well, that is the idea. Some chaff grenades so they can't call out. Some smoke grenades so they can't see me.
And a white phosphorus grenade so they do the Bernie dance.
Yeah, let's burn some people.
Just a little bit of burning now, no big deal.
The evasion timer is the amount of time they have to get away from you.
That is correct. Hey guys, the enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him. I'm sure that... Oh, cool. Something exploded for no reason. And did you know that if you put a suppressor on an AR, you will at no point have gas just explode out the back in your eyes? That never happens.
No. I think I've shot that man. He's limping.
Fill his legs with more lead. Where'd he go? I think it's about time for Dr. Willie Pete to pay. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'd leave too. I'd also just pretend to be dead. Excellent. Stealth.
Stealth. BTR 152. I've actually driven one. Oh, you see nothing. Don't worry.
Your experience with Russian equipment has always been a series of fun stories.
The BTR 152. Oh god, that went over the fence.
They're like, what was that? Something just exploded in the yard.
Oh, perfect.
Is that him, the burning guy?
Oh yeah, 1911 suppressor. Those are really common on Soviet bases.
Oh yeah, dude. They loved inch pattern threads and everything. They were huge proponents of it. So of all the Russian vehicles, which is the one you would want to own, and which is the one you would not ever recommend anyone to own that is available?
Sorry, I just realized that they've decided to stop playing with me.
Yeah, they decided to stop sending people.
AK-47 rounds. It's got nothing more for me. So the BA-64 is awful in every way. But it is a fun, weird little fucking scout car thing. It's actually a lot of fun to drive if you can get past the fact that you're stuffed into it like a sardine can. The GAZ 69 and the UAZ 469 are like Jeeps, but they're wrong in ways that are not tangible, but it's like an uncanny valley Jeep.
Yeah, you've described some of the feeling where you're like, I'm not sure if this is diesel.
Yeah, it's a very low compression gasoline engine, and it feels like you're driving a diesel, but you're like, oh yeah, if I let the RPMs go too high, it just shreds itself.
Yeah.
I have driven...
It's the same problem we have in automation with some of our vehicles.
Yeah.
They eat themselves.
Yes. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to do this loud.
Oh no.
No spotlights.
There you go. Yeah, they're like, what's going on?
Patrol here.
Someone just rattled off 8 billion rounds of ammo.
Somebody should check that out. That looks really, really rough.
I would. I mean, there's a fire and an explosion. Who knows what could have happened?
Anyway, but the gas. So I own the gas 69, and I realized that maybe the reason the Russians stuck with the Sapogi, the tall boots, for so long, why theirs went almost up to the knees, was because of those vehicles. Because after about 30 minutes of driving it, you have burns on the right side of your calf because it's the sheet metal is right up against the transmission, and that transmission generates so much heat, even if you're not shifting very often, that it causes contact surface burns. So now I don't drive it for very long unless I'm wearing jack boots. The UAZ's a little bit better about that. I assume it's newer, and they realized that was an issue.
Yeah,
but you know what?
I'm still dying. I'm still dying laughing at your story of when you were in high school, and they were like, "You need to pay for this workout program," and you were like, "No, I'm gonna do steps."
yeah. So
that was so fucking stupid. I was dying laughing at that.
My calves are still ginormous from that. Hold on. Yes, you could make grilled cheese on it. It gets that hot. So that story is that in high school, I went to a high school that was quite a bit like richer than I was. There was this little like trailer park and really run down area where nobody wanted to admit they lived, but it was within this school district. And I lived there. So all of the little projects we'd do in gym class, and gym was required to graduate, were you had to like pay. You had to pay for the stacking cups, or you had to pay to rent rollerblades or whatever we were doing at the time, right? And every time that would happen, I'd be like, no, I don't want to, because I couldn't afford to pay for it, and I didn't want to admit that I was poor. So they'd be like, well, we have these Stairmaster videos, and we have these little plastic steps, so I'm just going to have you do the Stepmaster for 3 weeks instead. So I did the Stepmaster for like 3 hours a day.
I'm dying.
Every school day for about 9 months of the year. And my calves looked like pumpkins taped to a stick on the back of my fucking leg.
To the point where you couldn't buy normal pants.
Yeah, my pants are still very tight. Boots, like, I had to get a cobbler to refit my jack boots because they wouldn't go over my calves. I have to use pliers to put them on still. Like a pair of pliers on either side and pull it over the muscle. I was at the point that I had stacked 3 of the steps. Like the coach came in one day and I had 3 of the steps stacked, so it was like 3 feet tall. And I'm just doing it at like full speed without breaking a sweat or anything. And by this point, I'd memorized the fucking tape because there was only the one tape. And he's like, hey, you okay? And I go, and up and down. And up, kick step, up, kick step. And I'm just repeating it before the guy can say it. And he turned around and he left. So that was my gym experience senior year.
God.
And then I got into boxing, and it turns out that really heavy legs don't move very fast in boxing.
Yeah. There was also, I remember in high school, we played dodgeball, and we didn't have dodgeballs, so the teacher just said, go grab balls. And I remember we learned why you should fear someone who can throw a football that day. Because I'm not sure if you've ever seen somebody who's got an arm on them like a cannon.
Yes.
But once you're under that gun, it's like I watched somebody get hit in the face with the pointing into the fucking football like a bullet, and they stopped moving. They look like an ant that had been sprayed with bug spray. Like they were just twitching. And I was like, this doesn't seem safe. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Anathema, my boxing style, and it worked for a little while, was I would just stand there and let them land these little painless hits on me, and when they lined up, I would just beat them unconscious.
That's a great strategy. Just have some guy eating a steak while saying that. That's a boxing interview. Yeah, I punch him till the brain doesn't work anymore.
Well, no, because it would break people. Like they'd sit there and they'd go, okay, this is how you do this, right? You know, you've got the footwork. You've got to have your footwork working with your jabs and your throws. No, I literally just stood in the center of the ring and let them beat on me until it was time. And then I was like, you have made a mistake.
I get that. I mean, there's a strategy to it. I designed ships around that principle in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. I love how your guy is just like swinging near him, kind of.
Yeah.
Now,
that worked. That worked really well.
What if you just went full auto on that guy's face and just did it for like 10 minutes? And I bet no one would know. Oh, somebody knew. Man, why didn't they send Snake in to do this from the start? Just kill the program, right?
Yeah, like if somebody he tried to throw a grenade.
It did not work.
If somebody ran into your secret weapons lab and did this, right? I like the fucking scientists running from door to door like it's a Scooby-Doo gag.
It won't help. Yeah, just shoot from the hip. We don't even need to aim here. Aiming is beneath Snake. He just runs into the room and just spins from the hip with the arrows hanging out of his brain. All he knows how to do is point the end of the loud thing at the things that move around until they stop making noise. His brain is a little bit compromised. There we go. See, isn't this better? This is very tactical.
Yeah, he's out of here.
Dude, this is very tactical. Oh, nice
No
bookstore.
talking in the library.
No talking. Conan the Librarian. Book.
I find it absolutely hysterical that you refuse to pronounce that word correctly.
What, library?
Yes.
I went to a job I went to a job interview at a library, at a public library. I realized about 8 minutes into the
Fuck
job
us all.
interview. Yeah, that's how you do it. Now you've verdone it.
I'm about to
There you
make
go.
this all of your problems.
Yep. Nice. That's how it's done. Why did it only get you? That's a Space Station 13 outcome. Throw a grenade, burn only yourself, run away.
Yeah, that is.
What are we going to do if the game crashes on Sorrow River?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I don't think we'll be able to cross the bridge. I think the dead bodies will block it.
They're gonna choke up on the river. You know, if they would just let me sneak in fucking peace, it would have been fine. Now I have to go fucking molest this corpse. Make sure he knows the error of his ways. As I steal his face and his persona.
All you gotta do is tear his face off. It's not, I mean, come on. Oh god, they saw you.
Oh,
How are they gonna know
they
you
saw
tore
the Major's dead, yeah. Vision mail.
Yeah, if they see the Major's dead, then they'll know that you tore his face off.
And
then
apparently,
when
I didn't kill enough of them.
Okay, here's my question.
I think it's
Remember
because I
that
had the
movie-
riding mask on.
Remember that movie Face Off?
Yes.
Okay, so I said this on Far Cry 5 with a cop years ago, but I'm raising it again as a stipulation. So in that movie Face Off, you have two different size faces, right?
Two different sized people, yeah.
Right. So you have big ol' like
That was
melon.
the failure point, sure. Hey, don't call me out.
So you have big ol' melon face, right? You have big ol' melon head face, and then you
Yes.
have like, then you have the little face, right? So you have like two different size heads, and they're telling me that you can take the face from one side to the other. So if you took Nick Cage's face and you put it on the other guy's head, that would be a very large frame on which to put a small face, would it
Yeah,
not?
yeah,
So it'd
yeah.
all be like stretched out and taut. And
Is
he's
this
like,
not
I'm
close on
Caster
you?
Troy! I don't think that would work.
I don't think
Did
it
you
would
just say,
either.
or the other one would be like, MVP, like your whole face would be falling off. Also, did you just say, is this chloroform? Hey, does this smell like chloroform? I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I think it did. I never got confirmation.
yeah, Ogawa
That's
cast
a
his face off.
stretch and a water break.
Well, Ogawa Cast says Face Off, the faces should have been the actual sizes. It would have been a much better movie.
It would have.
I need to get more beverage. Oh, excellent sig spray. It'd be funny if you sucked it the wrong way and it says Snake is dead. It just says, I will be back.
Alright, so while he's gone, this is plan A, is to sneak around, put people to sleep, you know, all of that. Plan B is I'm going to put claymores in the toilet, so if Rykov goes in there, he's dead. Yeah, no, would he eat rotten food on the toilet? I don't think so, because I haven't found and blown up the food stores for this yet.
Alright, I'm back.
You guys make me keep a 1-gallon tea jug filled with water here. So
What if you filled it with just... What if you just steadfastly refused to hydrate and kept track of it, like how many days you went without drinking water? You're like, all I'm going to drink is tea. I'm going to drink nothing but Arnold Palmer's.
Ugh.
How long could you make it on Arnold Palmer's?
I bet you could make it a good long while.
Oh, by the way, we did mention this. We did mention this on the Courtesy Flush, and I'll mention it again here. We have finalized the stipulations for the sequel to the Taco Bell challenge, which is the Subway challenge. And I'm gonna say this: the
good
Subway
Lord.
challenge. Don't worry about the oh, did you just have a bathroom explosion? Is that what
Yes.
happened? Okay.
Oh, god damn it. God damn it.
So as you knew, for years there was the Taco Bell challenge, which was to see if you could eat the set amount of Taco Bell, which was considered impossible. You know?
Yes. Okay, you know what? This is
I'm just
gonna
using-
happen. This is
You're just
evidently
gonna-
gonna happen.
Dude, I don't even say aim anymore. I think that's stupid. I think that's stupid. Yeah, eating all those bats just caught up to him. Signs of infiltration. Might be the numerous dead bodies.
Have fun. Fuck.
Nice. Oh, wow. Well, I mean,
All
it's-
right.
yeah. So the Taco Bell challenge then became alarming because in order to beat it, and because of Taco Bell changing its menu, it became more salt than actual food, and so you couldn't really do it. You just get sick. So we decided to create a more performance art, harkening back to the old days of the internet. Thus enters the Subway Challenge. Now, the Subway Challenge has many aspects, and there are 10 rules. 1. You must order a submarine sandwich from Subway. 2. It must fit in the bag. Sidox corollary. It must fit in the bag provided by Subway for the purpose of holding one sub. Because
So it's gotta
Stagger
fit the
said...
sleeve.
Right. So Stagger was like, well, I'll go get an oldies bag. Like, that was his... Stagger went there, and that was the Psyduck corollary. So that's already been found out. It has stepped layers, all right? 3. It cannot come with anything that does not fit in the sandwich. It must be made of foods only provided by Subway Corporation and at that store.
Okay.
Meaning, if you take the top and bottom of the sandwich and put it around your brand new Mercedes or Maybach, that doesn't count.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, good good tip there. Don't cross the
All right.
streams. Yeah.
All right, so here's where it gets diabolically hard. If the employees of Subway laugh at any point during the construction or ordering of your sandwich,
You lose.
you lose. If you laugh at
Like
any
I
point,
decided not to open that door all of a sudden.
excellent. If you laugh at any point during the ordering construction of a sandwich, you lose. If at any point the Subway employees refuse to make the sandwich any further, you lose. Highest dollar single sandwich wins. You must consume a part of the sandwich you order, although you are under no compulsion to finish your creation. No delivery tax or local racketeering fees will count toward the total, and an image of the cost in bill form to provide the price of the sandwich itself, and no other items shall be provided for validation. Omitted details to include location
Exit this
or fare.
room.
Nice. So there's already been one attempt. One attempt
Okay.
at the Subway. Yeah, one. $38.
$8 for a single sandwich. Jesus
Correct.
Christ.
However, they failed because they died laughing. As
The
it turns out,
employees or the person who ordered?
the person who ordered died laughing trying to order their 6th topping of bacon. Like, I guess people started to look nervous at 5, and adding that one last one, everyone's like, oh,
Oh, good lord.
it's a performance art. You see what I mean?
Yes. So that's the one we stuff him into.
So don't worry about it. Just shoot all those. And I don't care as far as non-USD economies. I mean, you can convert however you want. Just say it was this much and this money at this date. It's an ongoing total. Yes, believe it or not. Did you know that in Canada, their Subway has lobster?
Yes.
They can
And,
get lobster.
Germany has these little tiny personal pizzas that are very nice.
Yeah, see how many you can... I mean, if they put the cookies on the sandwich, that counts.
If you can convince them. So the reason I'm doing this is there's things hidden in these, and I don't want to go opening every door because I don't care.
Oh, did you know that Mount Stromboli is on fire?
Is it?
Yeah, it's the Italian island of Stromboli is on fire because of the volcano there. So you can now say, "Holy cannoli, the Stromboli is on fire in Italy, and it may cause damage to aviation."
Oh, good lord.
So here's the thing. When it comes down to a Subway sandwich, like the Taco Bell challenge, everyone got down to the math, and it just comes down to how much can I eat efficiently, right? And that was disgusting. This one is, what can I order? What can I get away with ordering? And I have seen some of the most brilliant strategies discussed. The best one I saw was the long con.
Okay.
The long con was over the course of months.
Order increasingly more ridiculous things.
Bizarre sandwiches and distract them the whole time with pleasant conversation. So they accept a new normal.
I have successfully stealthed this area.
I think you stealth the shit out of it. But I mean, think about the construction, because everyone else, the other proposed challenges that were shot down when we were discussing this in earnest in the Black Pants Legion, one person suggested the Little Caesars $5 hot and ready challenge, and to see how many you can get through. And I think that would result in like 4 dead people. Like, it would just be like, it would be Little Caesars attributed deaths. It would just be like, the man ordered the whole rack and died.
Ordered and ate.
Yeah.
Yes, area successfully scouted. Indeed.
Indeed. So that's the idea, is if you do the long con, That's a way. The other one that I think was abhorrent was they were listing the Arby's challenge. Like, see how many pounds of Arby's. Like, see, just get the biggest meat ones you can and see how many big meats you can get through. And I'm like, your jaw would go out from chewing.
Yeah, it looks like Papa John, where he's just leaking pizza grease out of every pore.
And he's like talking about the changing of the guard or whatever else.
Yep.
He's like, I've seen.
They're ruining my country or my company.
Is essentially what he is saying.
Yeah.
Papa John looked like a human zit. He just sat there and was like, I'm the pizza baron. And I'm like, oh, all right.
I didn't realize it was Green that said it, but I just read, yeah, he's got on arrival, I'll be clear. And I was like, that man's a cop.
Yeah.
Yes. Everybody has a little lightning bolt charm on their thong to denote who their lover is.
Isn't that wonderful? Also, did you know that, well, I mean...
the hidden cobra member, the grease.
Whiskey Philistine Green is the man who microwaved the whiskey. He actually microwaved it.
Oh, God, that makes sense. If those were like rubber pouch underwear, it protects them from the lightning. Ugh.
Oh.
That's not a her. The hibiki. No, I needed their clothes so that I could skillfully enter this facility. Nobody, and I mean nobody, will ever suspect.
You look just like him.
I do. I look just like the man. It's uncanny, this resemblance.
And as we all know, like, a mask that you put on is going to be like 1,000. I would love if you're like, okay, it's snakes coming down or whatever. Like, the mask that they try to drop him in just gets, like, washed away, in a stream. And so they're like, find another solution, Snake. So he tears this guy's face off.
It's just like wears it.
And wears it, and everyone's so horrified that they just don't acknowledge him. They're just like, okay, wow.
All right. And we are going to go to commercial break for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Right. It is that time. We'll be back in 5.
G17 to Delta. Come in, Delta. G17 to Delta. The Order of the Imperial Oath reports a subject levitating and speaking in tongues in their lobby. Delta, please respond. Delta, do you copy?
Hey, it's Quinn here. Sorry, Delta responding to G17. You said a man is levitating and speaking in tongues in the lobby. Let me just... Oh yeah, I'm feeling that. Yeah, all kind of. That's really annoying. We're on our way.
You there? Yes, you over there. Yes, you right there. Yes, there you are. Yes, you indeed, sir. Have you ever looked up at the stars and thought to yourself, I want to rule that. That shall be mine. I am going to have that, all of it, and none of it will not be mine. Well, now your delusions of grandeur can be a reality, if only you hire the Libertalia Mercenary Corps. Libertalia Mercenary Corps is more than just your average band of mercenaries. The Libertalia Mercenary Corps has been servicing international, interstellar, and interplanetary clientele since 1973 and continues to spread its good reputation across the solar system. Now, you may have heard terrible things about mercenary groups, but we can assure you that Libertalia lives up to only the highest ethical, moral, and religious standards capable of any mercenary corporation in the entire world. The ethical, moral, and legal standards held by the Libertalia Mercenary Company are not that of Earth. In fact, they are a planet outside of our solar system called PXDX1-Y2. Libertalia has proudly been providing security services for many nations and private organizations around the globe, as well as outside of the globe, I suppose, because, you know, interplanetary and all that. Libertalia Mercenary Corps, where we put the libert back in your alia. Okay, who fucking wrote this shit? That makes no fucking sense. What the hell? Libertalia Mercenary Corps, located wherever there is money to be made and needs to be met. As long as those needs don't supersede their needs, in which case, then they'll take the money. But they won't if they don't need it, but they will if they do, so Libertalia Mercenary Corps. Hire a goddamn mercenary. Fuck. I'm done. Fuck this shit. I'm done with this. God, I'm leaving. Fuck. I'm leaving. Fuck this shit.
Tonight, only on WBPL 76. 1.5 digs.
Not again.
Follow Tom Bombadil, Diggs, and their loving son on all of their wacky adventures. Whoa!
I think you were supposed to turn left back there, you nitwit.
Oh, can it, woman? I know where I'm going.
Join us tonight only on WBPL 76 after the stream.
G17 to Delta. Come in, Delta. G17 to Delta. Fight in progress between two Ogren over a shirt at the budget thrifter on 3rd. Multiple casualties reported. Delta, do you copy?
G17, this is Delta. Two Ogren fighting over a thrift store shirt. Multiple casualties. Okay, hang on. Copy that. Delta shift responding. Oh, this is heavy. Alright, we're on our way.
And we're back. All right. I apologize again for the lack of, and we're back. Loud protection on that one.
No, loud good. It's now they're paying attention. They can't not help. And
I mean, that
worry.
is a serious advertising tactic to make your commercials just stupid loud.
Yeah.
An album of the best of Nav crying. Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what we can do about long format.
Long floor mat?
Long format. Crying? Long play. Yeah,
yes.
long. Comrade, what can we do about long format?
Yeah. You can't hear me because of the loud. I apologize again. Add applause. Yes.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to walk into here, and we're going to stab every motherfucker we can.
Uh-huh. Every last person is going to die.
A lot of people are.
It's so helpful of them to put these in English, kind of.
Well, it's obfuscation by poor titling.
Yes. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be in awe of the Shagohod. This is the equivalent of the Metal Gear Solid 2 reveal of Ray. Like, you know, there's angels singing and it slowly pans underneath it, and all, but I don't care.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's like just sitting there and you're like, "Oh, wow, cool. Blocks." Someone figured out a more expensive and less practical solution to a single or to a second stage boost. Like that's what they did. Is they were like, instead of building a disposable boost stage that goes on a rocket, we made a reusable boost stage that drives on the ground. That also uses rockets.
Long runways.
It's a dumber railgun. It's a railgun, but it's the equivalent. Well, it's the equivalent thinking of saying like, well, the 16-inch gun has a 40-kilometer range, so what if I put it on a truck that's doing 200 miles an hour and then I shoot the 16-inch gun? And you're like,
hands underneath it? No, that's not because everyone loves upskirt fan service. It's because it leaks like a Detroit diesel.
That's right.
Fuck. What were we talking about? We've talked about a lot of shit.
Bad single stage to orbit ideas, and
yes.
it's just like, I understand that if you run in through a javelin, it helps, but when you're talking about intercontinental ballistic missiles, that extra few hundred miles an hour is it especially for like 5 miles and laterally, not vertically. Lateral acceleration is not necessarily going to help you. It's just going to push it that much harder into the air. It's going to put a lot. It's a bad idea. Missiles go up. The long range ones go straight up.
Are you trying to kill me?
Thank you for the subs, Vulcan.
I swear it. No one but the colonel.
You know that Kojima's a boot guy. He's got a foot or shoe thing because of how much detail is in her and Snake's boots in these scenes.
What if she put makeup on him? She put it on his lips and she's like, "You're a pretty boy," and then she left.
Yeah.
Why does he have Bajoran jewelry?
How did she not notice him? It's
because
like
she's
a great
dumb.
ape staring through the window. Like, was that a bonobo? I guess.
Who's there?
She drew a dick on his baldness with the lipstick.
That would be great.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
This better
is the
not
Nerd
awaken
Factory.
something in me.
A man of honor, just like your commander. But I'm afraid you're too late. Too late.
Attention, Bajoran workers.
Shagohod.
Attention, Bajoran workers.
Final preparations for phase 2.
Yeah, Mark Alamo.
Sokolov, what exactly
Gold
is
Ducat here. He's a great actor.
It's a composite range extension system for medium-range ballistic missiles.
Yeah, it's amazing that this uniform fits Snake so flawlessly, considering that I have never once had a dress uniform fit right, even the ones that were supposed to fit me.
The Shagohod was originally designed as a tank, but it was way too big and stupid. And then we put a missile box on it, and then it's got a radar dome, but the radar dome is half occluded by the missile box. So we sped it up using ramjets, which makes sense for surface level flight. And it has a Scooty boy on the back, and missiles. Like, what design bureau is this? Like, how did they pitch this to the Central Committee? Like,
I wonder
comrades.
if we could make Shagohod and Kerbal.
Yeah, it's a dumb idea, but this is a disposable weapon system and they don't know it.
Yes.
A rocket booster unit is attached to the frame of the Shagohod.
Attention, Bajoran workers. I have eaten laxative alphabet soup. The next bathroom trip may spell disaster. Good lord.
Attention, Bajoran workers. I have eaten laxative alphabet soup. The next bathroom trip may spell disaster. And then just like the tannoy sound of him. Like, okay, this thing just destroys its own runway.
Yes, on screw treads. Screw treads.
So at 100 or whatever miles an hour that it feasibly gets up to, they are assuming that will add significantly to the boost stage.
And then to stop itself, it stops the screw treads and deploys drogue chutes.
I also love that he says that it boosts it far enough to strike, and I'm like, okay.
By this point, they were already starting some of their vertical launch facilities. They'd already solved this fucking problem in 64.
Korolev, like Korolev was probably just like, why?
This is the reason why Korolev went away. They're like, no, you either support the project or you make gravel with a hammer.
He had already been to the gulag. He'd probably be like, gulag me, bro. I won't work on that. That's sad.
Central Committee dead. All hail glorious leader.
Good job.
Metal Gear yeet. Yes. I'd love to be the union worker they hire to repave that tarmac. It appears to need like space shuttle length runways to hit 300. So we're talking 4 to 5 miles, right?
Yeah, that's in why again. Why?
Probably if you use the entire Utah Salt Flats, you could get it up to its max theoretical.
He wants to use this thing to start an age of war? Like, okay, hey, stage 1, you need to have $800 trillion. Stage 2, you need to build a runway that's stop laughing at me. You need to build a runway in secret that's 5 miles long. And then you need to build the industrial facilities to build this top secret weapon. And then it's easier to build a nuke.
This thing is like me and the guys driving tractors down the lane with one guy on the hood tossing a basketball as we go past the hoop. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not...
It's not clever.
No, it's not clever. There's cheaper weapons that do more damage, and he thinks that this is a linchpin in the
Question,
Cold War.
this weapon needs a 5-mile runway. What if it needs to aim to the left or the right?
Oh,
Good
don't
question.
worry. Look, great question. Now, here's the problem.
Yeah, you'd need 1 runway per go.
I have a look at this. And I go, okay. If you have an engineering solution that an 8-year-old can look at and go, that is stupid. That's dumb.
For the record,
it's
been 8 minutes and 37 seconds since I've last touched a controller.
All right. That's fair for a Kojima game. What were you expecting?
Oh, we're keeping track of that.
I get you.
I've got a timer I start on my phone.
I mean, if they built this thing, if I broke into this facility and I had the ability to actually radio out from the front somehow, I would just tell them there's no point in sabotaging this thing. In fact, we should help them build it.
Yeah.
Because I want you to understand the psychopathic stupidity of Kojima's villain here. Kojima says there is a villain who has managed to gain access to a near unlimited amount of money while within a military-industrial complex that he absolutely controls, so he can make whatever the fuck he wants. And he built this with it.
Colonel, they could put screw treads on this fucking thing. I'm coming home.
But you see what I mean?
Yes.
Like, he had all the advantages, and this is what he chose. I would just let him make it. I'd be like, oh, they're making that? So they're not putting money into actual rockets. This is their... Okay, no problem. Yeah, let's help them. Let's find out what those screws are made out of. Let's send them some.
Yeah, do they need more titanium? I know we bought a lot for the SR-71 and A-12 programs. We can give some back.
I would stop doing flyovers. I'd cancel spy satellites. I'd be like, no, this is their program now. We don't... The Cold War is over thanks to this. They've just demonstrated
Your lover
they're
is
not
a
serious.
Creepy.
Weird.
Colonel, he chose this. We need to stop the Chinese from stopping them. Makes field report.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm here, so no, he hasn't. You're just being melodramatic, you fuck.
He's sad because he realized that the thing he designed is now real, and he's to be responsible. He's just sulking because everyone's going to point out, like, Sokolov, Shagohod Sokolov? And he's like, ugh. He will never live that down.
It's gonna be like Jim Henson trying to outrun Sesame Street. Like, oh, you're that guy. You're the children's show guy. It's like, no, I want my Muppets to say mean things and curse and smoke.
It's like, nope, you're Shagohod Sokolov. Your days are numbered because he could go work for anywhere. I mean,
he could go work for Boeing, and they'd be like, you're that guy.
Oh, you're Shagohod Sokolov. Oh, well, don't worry. Hey, here's some screws. I know you love them. he would just start drinking at his desk.
Sokolov, we need new screws to hold the skin on the 747.
He's like, oh, get on it. All I wanted to do was build space rockets. Then why did you build a ground train? Because, like, all I want to do in Kerbal is build space rockets. But all of them start pointing at the sky, and most of them end up in the sky for some time. I don't build land trains. Like, why?
Even Caltech wouldn't hire him after a project like this. Colonel, they've invented pogo-powered nuke launchers with mystical bee people. I think I need therapy.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And
don't worry, we get to go to therapy in the next game.
If I had my choice and I knew this guy's weapons program, I would just be like, yeah, no, let him build it. Like, if this is the future of the Soviet Union, he wants to, like, take control of it, and these are his decisions so far, then yeah, like, let's help this dude. Like, let's help him destroy this whole country, like, at once. So I guess this is Kojima trying to show his understanding of, like, gay culture or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a very ham-fisted attempt at representation, I think. But playing to the gay villain stereotype is probably not the way to do that.
No, and he also doesn't know how to write anything. So I mean, he's about as delicate as a seizure. So I mean, he's not really a clever guy. I mean, he writes like an 8-year-old LARPs a character. It's not very good. It's really, in fact, quite bad.
Yes.
He's like, and then another character comes in, and then another character comes in,
There's
and then
just,
another character comes in. It's just a cavalcade of things of, I don't have anything more for this character to do after acting tough, so I need to have them beat up by someone else who also comes in and does things. And I'm like, that's not how to write a character. Characters should have scenes where they add something, not just serve as a domino.
I just love the fact that he canonically is wearing the bandana underneath the rubber mask.
He just has this giant forehead bump. That's
Yeah,
just sitting
exactly.
there. Yeah.
Skeleton Kojima? Yes, no more questions.
I see why they call you the boss.
For the rest of the question game, everyone just goes, "Oh God, I'm so sorry."
No, it's called CQC, a basic form of close.
Snake will not kill you. It's testicular cancer. I think
That's
I felt a
horrible.
lump.
Splendid. I'll take it from here.
I love
Yes,
how she's like,
The
"I
entire point
invented
of this
thing."
being secret is moot. A 5-mile runway arrow pointing at their newts. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I'd just be like, that's the target, boys.
Yeah, plus the hour to put liquid propellant in it.
Yeah, it takes a while. It's kind of sad. Like,
As-
you'd see them fueling it for a while. You'd be like, oh, they're about to do scary things.
Does the electricity make the punches hurt worse?
I don't know.
I mean-
I think he's just he was just I think he played like a monk in a D&D game and he's like, yeah, that's cool.
Or is he like, he's already grabbing him, so he's already electrocuting him. Is that like connecting the circuit every time he punches him?
I don't know, but I think Kojima thinks that it's really cool. So
Oh, he thinks
it
it's
probably
awesome.
is.
Yeah. Ooh, God, kidney hit. Snake's gonna be pissing blood for a week.
Look at that, man. He just punched Snake up and down because you need a Skeleton King character, of course. In these sorts of games, you need a character that is an unstoppable mountain of fury that kills people.
Until you're allowed to kill him. Yes.
But don't worry, he then turns into a fire whale.
Among other things.
A fire whale.
The thing is there's so much they could have done with this character in both 3 and 5, and they didn't. The idea of this guy being so pissed off he comes back to kick Snake's ass could have been very, very interesting.
Yeah, but fire whale.
But fire whale. I didn't hear no bell, says Snake. Jesus.
What if Snake? What if there was a button to just cry, like Snake lay on the ground and cry, like just start really
Press
crying.
X to cry.
Yeah, just cry. Because at this point, that's all this character is it's just like, then the DMPC shows up to turn everyone into a pretzel, and you lose, and then fade to black, and then you're captured again. It's really, really weird.
Yep. We got about 45 minutes to go. Hey, it's
Let's
a Moby
do it.
Penis reference. Mr. Flaming Bullet Man is this asshole? Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, we are going to turn him into that here at the end of the game.
We're just gonna have some fun.
No, you would have
It'll be
known that
easy.
if Kojima hadn't gotten so absolutely butthurt at people saying his cutscenes are too long, and decided that to make us all pay, he was going to not include any story at all.
Well, you know, that's the thing, is it's overcorrection, I guess.
Stop it!
Who have you been talking to?
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
You'd better
I
stop.
feel like he should have been M. Bison in between the games. Yeah.
Who is Khrushchev's lapdog?
How can you do this to him?
I
How
know
can you do
David
this to
did it
him? You
somehow.
person who just randomly killed and nuked people. How could you do this, person? How?
Yeah, the man
How?
who within 10 minutes of having a Davy Crockett decided to loosen.
How could he do this?
Who does number 2 work for? Yes, exactly.
I'm going to
That's what
continue
this
to be
is.
incredulous.
What's with Kojima having a half-naked torture scene every game? Excellent question.
Anyways, he is a complex writer who
Yes.
enjoys putting his characters into a variety of situations.
Oh, I listened to all 40 hours of tapes. None of them were illuminating.
I hope you prove more entertaining than he was.
Yeah. Here's the press X to not die.
Let's take a look at your body, shall we?
Yeah, very creepy.
Yeah,
Yep, exactly.
very, yeah.
My friend, a lesser man would be dead by now.
Like Granin? Or Rykov?
Interesting.
Oof.
Well then, let's get started.
Yeah, no, 100%. Kojima and David Cage are the same man, just wearing masks.
Is it the Shagohod?
You know, I'm gonna. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, he wants to be a film director, and this is the medium he got into.
It's fine to do that. It's fine to do that. It's absolutely fine to do that.
The Kojimbo walking sim, I've thought about it. I haven't ever touched it.
Yeah, what was it? Death Stranding.
Yes.
So let me tell you a story about that.
Okay.
Let me tell you a story about Death Stranding, if I may. I walked in on someone streaming it on Twitch, before watching WBPL go live. And it says, oh, they're playing Death Stranding. And I said, let's see if I can take something out of context and just see if I can discern if this is a Kojima game. And I join it. It's in the middle of a cutscene.
Okay, as it does.
All right. And there's a lady holding in her hands, pantomiming, holding an invisible baby and crying and asking somebody to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, yep, had enough. And I was like, yeah, it's a Kojima game. Yep, no problem. Norman Reedus and his baby fetus, the game.
10 million volts? That's like a fifth of the taser.
Yeah, like, it's the amps that do the damage. Like,
yeah,
what's
like,
his,
I am fairly certain I could function through 10 million volts. Because I can fight through a contact stun, and I've got to have, you know, D3 vertebrae all the way down to L3 to get lockup, because I had to get lockup when I was taser certified. And I still had enough control not to fall over because... So I'm a big guy, right? Like, I'm broad-shouldered, I'm fairly muscular. Yes, I'm built like a literal fridge, as Psydoc says. They picked the two tiniest people. One's like a 5'6" guy, and the other was a lady. And ladies are very strong. But they picked those two people to stand on either side of me to support me when they did the taser demonstration. So my entire being was centered into not falling over and crushing either of these people, because there's no way they could stop me if I tumbled. And I managed to do that. I also made Wookiee noises because I was halfway through saying, "Don't count down, just do it," when they did it.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, here's the question. Is like, okay, this guy's like, what's the CIA know? And he's telling us more information than we knew.
Yes, 100%.
So,
he's fucking monologuing at us as he's like, what do you know?
I'd be like, okay. I'd be like, all right, here's what I know. You built a giant runway that points to your base. You have a giant land train you filled with missiles. Your guy is dead. Your guy who designed it is dead.
They should have installed nipple rings first. Ugh.
Yeah, and you have like one nuke left. So, I mean, make your play here. But this is pretty sad that you have to punch me and tell me what your plans are. How did you get this far in life? I mean, do you want to talk to my boss here? Let me call him on the radio. And we can just sort that out.
Who's responsible for this?
Well, you are torturing a man from the CIA.
I planted it on him to keep track of his movements.
Why?
So the Cobras could ambush him.
If they knew where he was gonna be, they wouldn't have gotten themselves slaughtered.
No, they definitely knew I was there. Like, every single one of them.
Yeah. They're just not that good.
Yeah, he's also messing up Snake's nervous systems. All the answers are going to be...
You don't trust me, is that it?
Not that. But he is your apprentice.
What do you want me to do?
You know, if Vulgan really wanted to be threatening, he could have tried to replicate how he got fucking lightning powers. But no, he built Shagohod.
Shagohod.
Yes, I would say that is one way if you need to just record one line to make Wookiee noises. is to get tased while you're talking. Because
did you know-
everything between, the taser probes is going to get locked up. So I was just locked in that compressing of my lungs.
Did you know that a soldier's most important things are his eyes? Did you know that? That's the most important. Yeah. That's what Kojima just told us. Kojima said that the peepers are the most important thing a soldier has.
Yeah, jeepers.
I thought it was his fucking rifle, but I guess I'm wrong.
Oh, you don't remember that famous line from Full Metal Jacket? These are my peepers. This is my gun. One is for fighting. The other's for fun.
Yeah, you got to use your peepers for fun. Now, I also don't understand why she's so pale. Like, what's her deal? Like, I thought if you went to space a lot and were all these special forces, you were supposed to be like,
to have like the spacefarer's tan.
Yeah, I mean, like
constant radiation bombardment.
Yeah.
Maybe she's just like a Greenlander or something.
What if he just said, "Why are you protecting him?" And I'd be like, "Why are you making gestures and acting like you're a cat?" Like, I would ask that. Like, if we're gonna air grievances, let's start.
I would be like doing jazz fingers in his face and be like, "What the fuck does this mean?"
Yeah, like, why do you keep doing this? Like, do you have Tourette's? Is this a tic? Or, like... Because the Russian cowboy thing is a bit much. The Russian cowboy thing is just... No. I'd just be like, sir, that's an ascot. He's wearing an ascot with a uniform. Can we please address this?
Yep. Oh, good fucking God. Okay. Find a laser pointer. Ocelot is neutralized. These are my eyes. There are many like it, but these ones are mine. He's Russian Fred from Scooby-Doo.
So he's like, I have 3 guns, and one of them has a magical bullet that I put in there, and I know how to count these because I'm a real cowboy, and this is something that cowboys do all the time. And again, this is a Kojima thing, where he just adds in character after character after character into a scene and has them each do things that detract from the scene. It's a weird play.
Could you imagine, like, without the cinematic cutscenes, just being a fly on the wall watching all of this happen? It is like a fucking Abbott and Costello skit.
I'd be dying laughing. I'd be standing post in the corner, like, I'd have to turn around. And my shoulders would just be going up and down, and they'd just hear the rifle, like, clattering against the plates. And they'd be like, "What's up, soldier?" And I'd be like, "Nothing." Nothing.
I don't know what it is. I'll be right back.
Nothing. Nothing is wrong. Why is he clapping?
Watching this has made me realize something.
Yes, Mr. Train? What is it? Ocelot's strange and contrived as a character? I agree. I think Ocelot is a very failed character. Thank you, Mr. Train, for that input. Thank you very much.
You got lucky this
What's that, Mr. Train? Yeah, he doesn't know how to ride women either, I know. Thank you, Mr. Train. What if he just said on the way out, he's like, you know what? I realize all this cowboy stuff is a bit much. I'm just going to get a machine gun. I mean, they're just giving them away.
Yes, guy was at the door.
Ah. I love how she just shoots him with like a squib and is like, I'm helping you.
Yes. Oh, there's her ghost boyfriend.
My boyfriend goes to another plane of reality.
Don't go, Dep. You might miss something. Yeah, I've seen this cutscene so many fucking times. Standing here, I realize.
Go out and head west. Pass underneath the connecting passageway and go north. You'll find an open manhole there. You're quiet. Go through the manhole.
There's another, sir, we've been informed another spy has been caught from laughing at the idiots meeting.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Gotta love how she's dating an eldritch abomination. Yes.
It's quite bad.
You'll have to figure a way out of there yourself.
Oh yeah, her model seams up close. Yeah.
Don't worry about the seams. Every good woman has some seams.
Those sins were hidden by CRT monitors when this was released.
Yes, they were.
So I've never been shot in the eye, but would I still be conscious at this point? I wouldn't.
That's debatable because there's that one guy that got shot in the head in Florida, and it was a 44 Magnum, and he was like, I woke up with a headache.
Yes.
And they just went to the hospital.
I'm helping shoot Snake and Dick. The Spectral 144.75 billboard? Yes. Oh, I have a fork.
Excellent. Now eat the rat.
No. Not time yet.
Did they just feed you a bat?
Yes.
No, no one.
I like how they let me keep the fucking revolver. It's just tucked into my waistband. They're like, oh yeah, he can't get up to any malfeasance with that. Here, you little
They
fuck.
took it. They wouldn't want to take it away from you because it's your only friend. Also, you just threatened to bite them.
Probably. Did it just automatically eat him?
Yeah. You just snapped it into your mouth in one bite. That's how you know the arrows have taken place. Just crawl under there and be weird.
Do you know how tight I am jammed in here for this to be the position my head is in?
Look, you're all comfy in your corner, as you know. I mean, you're reenacting what most prisoners have to do in our prison architect prisons. This is about like an hour in, because this is how much room they have on average. There's 20 other people in here.
Yes, I am in the wall.
What if you stabbed the guard with the fork and you took a piece out of him and it healed you?
That's what I did to the rat.
I don't think they would have given you light.
Yeah, no. The Soviets? Fuck no.
They would have been like, that's not allowed. They'd turn the light on to come get you. He's like, wait.
Don't tell me he got out of here. Knock it off.
No. And yeah, there's an Easter egg. If you fall asleep in prison, you can have those nightmares where you're like a monster dude and run around. It's weird.
That's if you lay on the bed, right?
Yeah, I think.
Hey,
thanks. They let me keep my radio too, which is an interesting choice.
Yeah, they want you to call that plane again so they can shoot missiles at it.
Oh, come on.
You were feeding that to me. That's right.
And we're back. So that is our regularly scheduled OBS disconnection. I'm not sure why it does that at the 2 hours and 12-minute mark, but I could now set
It's amazing.
my watch by it. It's so regular.
It's amazing. It really is amazing.
If anybody in the audience has any idea, I'd like to know.
Yeah. Hey man, it's what happens nowadays. I think everyone's been bitching about throttling or getting fucked up. That's just kind of the way it go nowadays. So look, you're in prison, and you have a cowboy gun with no ammo, and you have 3 arrows in you. And so what are you gonna do? Just point the gun at the guard and see if he...
My loss indeed.
He's gonna die.
No, he's not. He's fine.
He's gonna die of pooitis.
That's just gross.
He's gonna die of it. He's gonna shit and die. He's gonna go to his house and he's gonna go, Mamma Mia.
Standby timer on what
die.
device, though? It's just my PC.
Yeah, it's 144 minutes.
We are waiting for entropy to kill this man.
Look at him.
He's yeah, you don't want your piece of bat? You're a nice guy.
Hey, you're not such a bad guy after.
No, it's not a blackout because everything stays on. Tex and I sit here and talk for 30 seconds while it goes on.
Yeah, and nothing grays out. The computer doesn't die. It's
yeah,
weird.
I'm not losing an internet connection. I have no idea why OBS does this.
I even had a wife and a kid.
You must be pretty lonely.
Yeah.
Real subtle, Snake.
Lonely. Really lonely.
I'll suck your cock through the bars. You don't have to unlock me.
Johnny.
Johnny, nice ring to it.
Really? You like it?
I like how he marked his own mask with a J so that he remembers who he is, I guess.
Actually, my name is Johnny too.
As we all know, the Soviets... No, as we all know, the Soviets had a lot of custom embroidery, you know?
Yeah.
You know, just among their forces, just custom embroidery.
A whole clan of Johnnies.
Yes, this is that Johnny's dad.
Wow. Isn't that cool, Kojima?
So they have an American expat guarding the American spy? What the fuck? Yeah, exactly.
I just want to see my family.
This is that Johnny's dad, Dark Lodestar. Also, welcome. I don't recall seeing you post very often.
Not as rough as you have it, though.
Anyways, I'm Johnny.
Oh, it's his grandfather, not his dad? Yeah, I suppose.
Oh, sorry, that would be... Yeah, that's crazy. Never mind.
When the colonel wasn't looking.
Like, operational security has been high on this list so far. Yeah, fair.
It's the least I can do. Well?
I love how he's just like... This weird guard. And no one came down here to beat the shit out of him anymore. They're like, well, he's in a jail. Never check back on him. Ever again.
If you try to escape, I'll have to shoot you. I've said too much. I gotta go.
I'm serious. I'm the Tom Bombadil of this game.
You just left him to starve? No, because he gave me the cigarette case. That cigarette case. Oh, his kid's gonna feel it. His kid's gonna feel it with every single hang. And his tiny little kid face.
Don't worry, I just got me some rat. Oh.
Come here, Johnny.
Come here, Johnny. It's time for blackout spray. Let's have some blackout spray, Johnny. Let's blast some blackout spray on Johnny.
Yeah, feed me, Johnny. Oh, God.
That's hilarious. He just sees this gas come out of your cigarette, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And then you're like, "Hold on, I need another one. This smoke isn't good."
Yeah.
Okay, so how are you gonna get out now? Are you gonna just?
Is IBS
just go
genetic?
over?
Yeah, I think it is. Let's see. Yeah, it's hard to pay attention to chat in this game as well, mostly because it's batshit fucking insane.
Don't worry about it. The game is fine.
Let's see, it was 147.55, right?
I thought it was 144. Oh god. Yeah, 14447. Thank you, chat. See? That's why you should read. Yeah. Don't worry. That'll unlock. That'll unlock the door. 47, not 56, 47. We're almost there. We're almost there. A few more.
I was resetting my chat.
Oh, I understand. All right. Nope. It's a lie. Why did you do this?
You're sure
chat?
it was 47 and not 77? I thought it was.
Chat, why did you lie? Why did you lie?
7.5.
7.5. Now people are just adding different numbers. Hey, did you know that if you call that radio frequency, they'll unlock all the doors? It's a service. It's like you know, the atomic clock.
Yeah, hold on.
I know. You gotta eat him. There you go.
Man, he's taking a lot of fork bites.
I'm gonna say this. He's gonna wake up and go home after the war to his, to his son, and his son is gonna see this craggy, fork-stabbed, old man.
Okay, how did anybody? Okay, yeah, no, we're good.
No, just drag him in there. Don't worry. Just drag him in there. You've stabbed him in the face 20, 30 times.
Yeah, man, he took a lot of stabbings. Smoke grenades?
Right,
okay, yep, those are absolutely useless. Thank you for those. That's all I get from Johnny. Smoke grenades and my cigarettes.
Okay, so Cynox says, medically, the maximum documented amount of voltage a person has been recorded surviving is 340,000.
340,000? Yeah, probably.
How is that? Well, yeah, but I'm sure that
50,000 volts is taser.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's also, I mean, there's the question at what amperage is the.
Well, yes.
Because it's like milliamps across the heart to kill somebody. It's not much. The heart no like extra electricity.
Hey, yep, sleazy shit in my Metal Gear Solid game. It's Kojima.
It's Kojima. He treats women like objects, which means
greasy.
he has to treat objects like women.
Fuck. I didn't even see that parallel. Holy shit. And there's the toilet in question. Alright. I've seen everything I need to see.
Well, I've had enough of this. Time to leave.
As I run out with a smoke grenade, my only weapon. How did they get to that number? Who volunteers for that? Yeah, that is fucking deep. 100%. Yep.
Yeah, Pretzel Bomb Ridge. Probably the fact of somebody running 340,000 volts and touched it. That's probably how that was measured. He was like, well, the meter said this when I touched it. And I saw my skeleton.
Well, that didn't fucking work. Give me ammo.
Cigarette spray him. There you go. Look at that guy.
Oh, of course there's somebody up here.
Don't worry, you can roll toward him. Slow motion.
It is working.
Yes. Excellent. Dark Souls, activate. Spray. Oh man, the spray activated the gas alarm.
I guess. No. Give me ammo. Give me ammo. Ammunition. Oh, good lord. This is moving at like 10 frames a second. There we go. I got 12 whole fucking bullets.
I got 45 long Colt, man. I could stop anything. I belong now. All right, so C. Jacko says, is this your channel, your guys' version of Riff Tracks? No, I grew up with that. I make fun of games all the time. Dep makes fun of games all the time. He and I have a series on my Moon channel.
Honestly, this
called,
is... this is just us doing what we did normally do and letting you guys know.
Yeah, I mean, this is Far Cry 5 with a cop. That whole series is just us literally shitting on this. Well, any game we play. Currently, Sniper Elite with a cop is the current ballistic anger we have. It's a lot. He's got 12 bullets in a dream.
And a grenade. They gave me a grenade.
The meter's at 340,000 volts. His shirt caught fire and his fingernails started
That's a
to melt,
BTR
so I think it's
152,
accurate.
not a BTR 40. You can tell because it's got 2 rear axles. No, fuck you, asshole. You don't get
Thank
the
you,
fucking
Jacko.
alarm.
Appreciate it. You know what you should do now that the guy's on the floor is you should patiently take out that single action army to drill him once in the face. That's what I'd do. Cigarette spray him and then cowboy him.
Man,
wow, this is
world's greatest 45 long Colt.
I'm just gonna say this: 45 long Colt's a pretty good cartridge. But
I should have set his eyebrows on fire from that distance.
I was gonna say at that range, if you hit him with 45 long Colt, he would be past tense.
Excellent timing as always. Ah, dick shot ricochet. Again, holy shit. How many dick shots?
How many dick shot ricochets can we get?
It ricocheted twice.
Oh my, wow. All into the dick. Oh, yeah, the shield guys are there. The shield guys are there. The dick shot ricochet was great. I think it's time to go gadget F1. Here we go. This is the only F1 I know anything about. That's a fucked up statement. So let's go ahead and throw this grenade. Let's go ahead and give him some of that. Look at him with a shield.
Yeah, there we go.
What a clever guy. You gonna lay on it? That doesn't work.
Holy shit. Hero of the Soviet Union, laid on a grenade to protect his comrade, Mr. Snake. I don't need more food. I need ways to kill people.
I know. Why won't you give me weapons to kill people? What if you could use for camo just their blood?
I'm pretty much there. Okay, I was pretty far away from that shield when that happened.
What if you threw food at them and he goes, "Oh, food," and then ran for it? Like just instinctively?
Did he go under there?
Yes, he did. He had a moment. Again, single action army. I guess there's a lot of single action shooting society people here.
Are they? Good.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying on this base.
Oh, I thought you meant in chat. I was like, fuck yeah, man. I've always wanted to get involved, but I've never had the opportunity.
I've been to a few events, but the problem I found was that like you'd see people and you're like, oh, what a fun get up for this, sweet little old lady.
Oh, God.
And then she like, oh God. Yeah, that's bad. All right, lay down. That's what they tell you in training. It makes it safer.
Yes.
It doesn't. So what we're gonna do is run away now.
Super duper run away.
Crawl under that. You should just crawl under that hatch. Oh, that guy's right there. That's not good. Ah, yeah.
It was right under my
Sir,
feet.
he blew himself up with grenades.
Feed them to death? Yeah, you can't pick up shields. I was using food to kill people earlier.
You were, and it was great.
I'd trade my gun for a bucket of wings. It depends on how good the wings are.
I don't like wings. I don't like meat with bones in it. I have a phobia about it. but it's like I'm not a wings guy because every place I've ever gone, and this is just an autistic thing, but every place I've gone to have wings has been loud and filled with people who scream about sports ball. And I understand the enjoyment of sports ball, but I don't enjoy sports ball to the point where I go, you know what I need to do is like drink 4 to 5 quarts of really shitty beer and then just eat greasy meat. I know. Don't worry about the FPS. We've reached challenge mode.
This entire fucking game is going to be like this. I don't know why I can't seem to fix it. I have tried repeatedly. Where am I supposed to go, by the way?
I think you need to crawl through one of the tunnels to get out. There's a tunnel somewhere. Don't worry, you've got grenades, and grenades are hilarious.
They are in this game.
Remember, folks, if ever you need a rule of thumb for explosives, 1 stick of dynamite is a rule of explosive, a measurement in explosives. It's called a megajoule.
Christ.
1 stick of dynamite, half pound of dynamite is 1 megajoule of force.
Yep.
Do with this information what you will.
At least I killed one of them. God,
I would say that
fucking grenade man, or this shield guy.
I was gonna say that tire exploding probably would have killed the other guy. You know. There you go. There's tunnels I think in the corners of some of these places where you can just crawl around and hide.
Yeah. I don't think I'm supposed to be going here.
Why? It seems fun.
Northeast. I think that's where I came from, isn't it?
Well, you could, get some bacon. You could refresh yourself in the bathroom. You could leave an upper decker in the toilet.
Yeah. Let's actually look at the map.
There's a map?
There's a map in this game. I haven't been using it because, maps are for cheaters and...
I've found if I have to use a map in a game, I don't like it that much. Yeah, so destination, it says just go up and to the left, up and to the left, up and to the left, up and to the left.
How do I get there?
There's tunnels. There's got to be tunnels. You have to think like a snake.
I've got to think like a Kojima.
You have to think like a Kojima. How do you get out of a Russian base with a single action army and a whole bunch of hand grenades? You Kojima in.
Stealthy.
Stealth. Back and to the left. Grozny Gr, southwest.
Picard taught the Borg that.
He
Russians are immune to 45. Yeah, that guy was. Jesus Christ, I emptied all 6 cylinders at it.
I'm just gonna say this.
Snake carries with all 6 cylinders full like a fucking Chad.
That was a very hazardous thing to do with a single action army, and is actually quite hazardous to do with reproduction single action armies, unless they have a safety in them.
Yeah, unless they're a Ruger Vaquero, pretty much.
Yeah, Ruger Vaquero actually it has a correct and functioning safety. I love that you just walked past. You're like, thank you, good day. But yeah, you need a drop safety.
Yeah, you absolutely need a drop safety or an empty cylinder to put the hammer down on. 100%.
Correct. Yeah, that would be more. It would be a lot more accurate for there to be Smith & Wesson Model 3s and 44 Russian, which 100%. Was actually present. That would be actually cool. They didn't do that.
No, they didn't. Object 264. Did they actually paint the red stars on those, though? I think they did.
Object 279. They were produced in 1959. They made 3 of them. 3. They were also built at the Kirov plant in Leningrad.
Ooh.
They were not built anywhere else. They developed it in 56. They finished it in 59. They built 3, and they were like, this is backwards.
Somebody just threw a grenade at me. Oh, Spotlight didn't follow me? There it is.
It's a cool tank idea, though.
It is. Obsolete, like, the second it came out, though.
Yeah.
You can't
They're shooting
catch
at
me.
their own dogs. They're shooting at their own
Oh,
dogs.
god damn it. It says it's the building!
Yeah, you can't get in. You need to hide somewhere, I think.
No, this isn't the building.
No, it's behind you. Yep, just keep running. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Shield bash. Wow, that guy's pretty tough. Did he just kill that dog?
I think he did. That sounded like dead dog sound.
It did. Let's go in here and hide. I think you need to hide under here for a bit. They won't be able to get you.
Don't
Dogs
chew
can't
on
crawl
me.
under things.
Don't chew
yeah,
on me.
please don't. Please no bite.
Oh, they
You
have
can just
lost
hide.
me already.
They've lost you when the gas works.
The
See, there you go.
Grozny Gr.
Easy.
I remember this being tedious as fuck as well. Built
Oh, don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Kirov
You can get
reporting.
Kirov reporting.
Yeah,
And
there's
you
an
get
M60
radio.
in the base.
Yeah.
Already, yeah. Yes, we'll use that word, already.
I'm coming to meet you now. The door at the north end is open, right?
Snake?
Let me guess. There's a problem.
Yeah.
What is it this time?
The Colonel found out you escaped.
He did? Huh. Weird.
Now all of
Huh.
Grozny's head is on red.
What was the first, like, sign? Was it the explosions or the screaming?
Colonel, I think the brain damage has reached critical level. I smell bees.
I smell bees chirker.
I'm serious. And that means the escape route I laid out is
Sealed off too.
right. And they just sent a unit out looking for you.
Down
Did.
Uh-huh. They'll be there any minute now. You've got to get out quick.
I've got to get out quick.
sealed off.
You should be able to
I've got to get out quick.
Snake. If they find you, you're dead.
Well, I don't know. I've been holding my own okay. I mean, right?
I mean, you have life med,
I do have life
So-
med.
so you can have that. You can just have it. It's life med. It brings the life. It's not morphine. So we're just gonna have that
Yep.
whenever we want. And yeah,
Life med.
life med.
Well, I didn't make you eat the bat. Dig that out with a fork.
Just use the fork, man. The fork is really the surgical implement of the future because you can eat what you find. Less work.
There we go.
For all the doctors out there who are like, I wish I had more time to eat. Well, now you do.
Now you do. Oh yeah. Snake can't go downstairs. They
He
hurt.
doesn't need to.
Which
They
way's
hurt his
north?
feetsies. I
Which
love how they
way
call it
is
the
north?
survival viewer. That's what we should call my binoculars when we're playing like Insurgency. Be like, ah, yes, the survival viewer. The things I see with the binoculars will not survive. Uh-oh. Deb, you're showing the wrong window here. Deb, we see Discord. Cool. Metal Gear Solid 3. There we go. Hello, Discord. So, as Dev has had to mute himself, I'm assuming he's taking a phone call, and that's fine.
Yeah, I had to deal
So
with
we're
the
just going
phone
to sit
call
here and
right
watch
there.
the survival viewer, and that's going to be weird because it's the survival viewer, and that's what they call it.
This is a game
Survival
capture
viewer.
that should not have
The
happened.
view of surviving. It survives, and it views. Now, I also want to point out that how these crossbow bolts have just somewhat grown through people's heads in a variety of ways, and just it seems like it hasn't affected him much. Like that one eye is still fairly alert. It's just the one good eye, And that's what matters.
Apologies, I had a call coming in.
That's fine.
All right.
I understand.
Now we've got to look at a map. Yeah, I thought I had this set up not on the desktop viewer. That's,
Don't worry.
Again, super duper awesome professionalism from me.
We're very professional here. So we have to sneak out of the sewers, I guess.
My favorite part is that the crossbow bolt is behind the eye he's now forced to use.
I'm sure that doesn't hurt. I mean, he seems alert. His eyes looking around.
Yeah.
He seems alert and responsive. You know. Now, I don't think the arrows move so much. I think it's just continuing on its way, and it'll fall out someday. You know, just like a splinter.
It's jiggling around. Look at it. Oh, yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Eventually, that's going to hit something important. He's going to make a weird noise, and then they're going to have like a Phineas Gage-style conversation with him.
He's probably just gonna go live in the sewers and eat rats and start talking about my precious.
Hey, puppy. I got a question for you, pup.
Uh-oh.
Does this smell like fentanyl? No, I guess not. That's dumb.
Does it smell like 45?
Does this smell like 45 long Colt? Bam!
Cowboys. Alright, so we just back up through here.
Yeah, you just hear the opening riff to Kid Rock's Wanna Be a Cowboy.
Oh, God. You know what's weird is the older Kid Rock gets, the more he looks like Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, that's pretty amazing.
That is a unique one. Not many people expected that to be how that, shook
no,
out.
he looks like Dr. Phil.
Do not feed the dogs the millimeters. Hey, to my knowledge, we have not killed any dogs on this. No, but maybe we're about to. Jesus Christ.
Don't worry. No.
Okay, stop. Yep.
Yeah, apparently the dog doesn't like that.
Where the fuck did that dog come from?
Yeah, well, this is back the way we came, I think, Deb.
No, I went up the stairs on the other side, right?
Are you sure? The dogs are everywhere, Deb. They seem to control the means of production here. There's a lot of them.
The means of production?
There's so many dogs, Deb.
No, yeah, I went the right way.
Yeah. All right, just making sure, because it seems like there's a lot of dogs.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, we're just going to do that slow walk.
Hello from the other stairs.
You know what he looks like right now when he does that slow walk? Is he looks like the CGI they did for The Irishman.
Oh, man. Yeah, gaping eye wound in the sewer, it's fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. The dogunism.
You gotta worry about that. They've seen the means of production. Oh, wow. Pre-rendered quite fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pre-rendered, which means we get it in slideshow mode. Which makes some of these look more dramatic and some of them less. It's kind of weird.
Hey, it's that movie.
That is one of the best lines in that film, though. I'm innocent. I don't care.
Yeah, it's not his job.
Yeah.
And then they shoot him.
I wonder if Kojima ever saw The Fugitive. Yeah.
No.
You know,
That's
watching
crazy.
this game makes me glad I played Uncharted instead.
I agree.
Nobody interfere.
I'm glad the dogs are following orders too. Oh, And there we go. He's got his 9mm Makarov round on a chain in a sleeve so that it will fit in a 45 long Colt.
I'm sure this will have no repercussions whatsoever.
This is where it ends.
Aw, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get Griffin all riled up.
So he's got this gun, and he's put a Saboted, just not really.
No, it's not a Sabo. It's just a sleeve around the case.
I mean, yeah, I'm sitting there trying to figure out how that's gonna play out. And I'm like, no, that's actually worse. It's just gonna jump the gap and then proceed to tumble.
I don't think it will chamber because there's no rim on that sleeve. It's like halfway down the Makarov cartridge.
Don't worry. If it lands almost right, it might go off, and let's just presume that he has all of that lined up, right?
Yeah.
So let's presume he's done some homework and tried this a few dozen times with other Makarov cartridges, and let's presume he does it correct. Fine. Whatever. So it then jumps the gap, hits the rifling, is too small because it's a .380 diameter cartridge going a rifling groove for .450, 451. And as it's going into that, it's not going to bite anything. So it's just going to bounce around in it. And he will pull the trigger and he will hit something like 4 feet to the left or right because the bullet is just having a minute.
Yeah, it's you've got hot dog down the hallway syndrome. Oh no, time to crash. This is where we're gonna end it. We're gonna start on this next
see if
time.
it makes it.
Oh
god.
We're at our end of our time just about.
This is gonna take about 3 hours to walk through.
Yeah, this is gonna be a thing. So we'll let the cutscene play out so you can see it.
Are you one of the Cobras?
He asks the levitating ghost person.
So sad.
Actually, the word you're supposed to use is sorrow. Ah, there we go. The toad! Yeah, we had him, but we told my 2 guys with AKs to not shoot him so I could scare him off the waterfall.
I am the sorrow. Like you, I too am filled with sadness.
Okay, we're getting a little personal. I'm talking to my therapist about it.
Yeah, like please don't get into my head.
I will say though, he's got that drip. If I could pull off turtleneck with a shoulder holster, I absolutely would.
Yeah.
But look at that.
It's classy.
And then he's got like the fucking G.I. Joe gray night camouflage trousers on. Like, it's just a good look.
He looks
that
like
guy
an action
looks
figure.
like he's in an... Yeah, he looks like he should be in the SOE. Everyone else looks like they walked out of the... crazy guy shelter in LA, but he looks like he could be a threat.
Everyone else looks like they just showed up off the extras lot for like an action movie.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, crazy commie spaceman guy. Just random characters. B-Man.
Yeah, yep. We've seen this guy before. He's been hiding in cutscenes and he's going to continue to do so. So we are going to save and we'll start on the boss battle.
The River of Dead.
Yep. Oh, hold on. We'll go through everybody's.
Snake, what happened? Snake, Snake.
I've not talked to any of these people. I've just realized.
Don't worry about it. This is a stealth operation.
Like, these are my support guys. They've literally just been like twiddling their thumbs in that AC-130.
Yeah, which has not run out of gas yet.
Eventually, he's going to need my help. Yes, we've also seen the Sorrow skeleton. I think I did manage to get a shot of that very quickly. You've got like 3 seconds to pan the correct direction to get his skeleton in frame. Right.
It's a nice touch, though.
It is.
Snack! Snack! Snake.
We are going to save, and then we're gone. Snurk. Yeah, this is
Snake.
That receding hairline, though. I know. You know, you can't have it all. I had a friend in high school who started, his hair started receding when he was like 17. Felt so bad for the man. Ugh. I would love if one of them just casually said, "Oh, thank God he's dead."
Thank God. Thank God he died. What a terrible dude. Did you know he pooped his pants on purpose?
Alright, so that's the end of it. We'll catch you all next week with Madness Mondays. For the moment, we've got Cooking on the Rim coming up, so stay tuned if you're looking for some RimWorld madness. Alright, night, guys.
Night-night. Is everyone happy after some technical difficulties?
Speaking of technical difficulties, the controller's not working again.